Hey everyone, this is Heather Hope with the Inspired Entrepreneur Podcast. How are you doing today? Okay, so happy Tuesday to you, March 27th. This is a podcast all about the law of attraction, about your business, money, life, love, all the good stuff, right? Okay, where should we start? Should we just jump right in? Okay, so this one I have a really good example. So we're going to jump in. So I wrote this book called The Inspired Entrepreneur and I published it late last year. It's on Amazon. Go check it out. Get the print version, put it on your desk or put it on your bookshelf. Mine is on my bookshelf because my desk has too much stuff on it. And when you feel inspired, when you're just kind of looking around the room and you look at your bookshelf and then you notice my book, pick it up and flip it open because the universe has a message for you. I call it like a, what's it called? A fortune cookie for your business. A law of attraction fortune cookie. That's what it should be called. Oh, that's a great idea for a book. Okay. Excuse me. Or you can just read it every day, or you can pick a date. You can pick the current day or a special day or a number that pops in your head. You can flip open to a random day, your birthday, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just whatever comes to your mind is what's most important. What is the impulse? And that's the message. I have used my book so many times and it's just incredible because the thing is we are being guided constantly by our higher self, by our inner being on our path. Constantly. And our inner being will use any means possible to get to us. And books are a great way. I mean, everything is a great way. But I wrote this book and they're very short messages every day. And the podcast just goes in deeper. I give examples, I give real life stuff, I expand on it. That's it. So let's jump into April 27th. Let me catch my breath. If you're not motivated or inspired to do something, don't do it until you are. If you can wait, basically. Okay. So if you're not motivated or inspired to do something, don't do it until you are. Okay. So our society really loves telling us to grind and to hustle and to work 24/7 and work until you drop and basically have all this resistance and end up in the hospital with a heart attack. That's basically what at least our US culture is. I'm curious what other countries. I know most countries are not like us. We're very unique, aren't we? We're very special creatures on this planet. But okay, so I'm recording this last night for you guys. And I thought about doing this the day of. I got this thought yesterday. What if I just do the daily podcast daily, like every morning? Because sometimes I'm really good at, I'm always I love changing up my schedule. I love doing things differently. I can't do the same thing every single day because then I just get this sucks. This is like a job. And I don't want to feel like I have a job because if I wanted to have a job, I could go get a job. And life would probably, I want to say easier, but sometimes it is. If you have a job with a paycheck that comes to your bank account every whatever week or two, it's nice, right? So until you learn about the law of attraction and have your own business, and then you end up making money every single day. That's something that I started lining up a couple of years ago that I wanted as one of the rules in my business that I've talked about in the past is that I want to have money come in every day. And I do. I do. Every single day I make money. Every single solitary day I make money in several ways. So it took a little bit of time to get to that. Like I said, I started that 2 years ago, that lining that up. And now I do. And now it's just increasing that amount every day. Excuse me, goodness. So I'm working on expanding on everything, increasing everything, increasing my pages, increasing my followers, increasing everything. I've been working on that energy wise to allow that to happen. Sometimes I get stagnant and I just don't work on anything. And then I realize, oh, Heather, you haven't worked on this in a while. That's why things stalled out. So I just create new stuff. I have a new focus. And then I do something different. And then I get re energized, which means I have fresh new energy into my business. Like the Millionaire Manifester. So some of you are listening to me. I just started today or yesterday. I started live streaming the podcast. So you can find me on most podcast platforms. You can find me on YouTube, and you can now find me on Facebook. Now, I started with Facebook, goodness, years ago, right? I started with the law of attraction stuff. I really started really into it with the Millionaire Manifester. And some of you will be listening to me on there. So I've been live streaming the podcast on my Millionaire Manifester page, my Heather Hope page, and my group. Excuse me. My group is the Inspired Entrepreneur with Heather Hope. So it goes in there. I had it scheduled for, I think, 10 a.m. this yesterday. So it's a live stream. So I started doing that because I realized that, I have a lot more. I have 10,000 followers on the Millionaire Manifester. I have about 3,000 on Heather Hope and then 3,600 in my group. They've all pretty much stayed at those numbers for months now because I have not put my focus on it to grow. Not at all. Sorry, I just ran an errand. It's like 10 o'clock at night. And I just came in and I was like, I'm doing this right now. We're gonna knock this out. So I better get going into I'm going to keep the live stream. I can only get up to 15 minutes per live stream. So I'd like to keep these to that point because I don't want to keep you daily, because one of the things I do know about people is that anything that's daily, it can't be enormously long. Like you guys got stuff to do. I know that. I have stuff to do. So even if it's just taking naps and lounging and meditating, that's stuff. And that's super important. Like meditation and taking naps and resting are like high on my to-do list every day, because that's the stuff that re-energizes me. That's the stuff that gets me inspired to do more, to, create more things and to expand my vision and all that good stuff. So, okay. So you can find me on those pages as well. There you go. So, and I've reconnected with several people that I haven't seen in a while, even though I do post daily constantly on those pages. It's the Facebook Live that caught a bunch of people's attention. So thank you for those of you who reached out, those of you who made a comment. I see you and I remember your names. You've been around for a while. And so I appreciate you guys. So I brought it over to Facebook because another thing I do know is sometimes you can't pull people from one platform to another. So I can't always get everybody over to my podcast or to YouTube. So it's kind of like I'm bringing it to them where they are. So I'm bringing my podcast over to Facebook and doing a Facebook Live. So it's easy. And it worked. In one day it worked. Okay, let's get to the message. Okay, so about don't do anything until you're inspired to do something. So tonight, I was kind of unsure. I'm like, well, at this point, I probably will be doing it first thing in the morning, but I don't know if I necessarily like that idea. You know what I mean? I like having things ahead of time, already planned, scheduled, ready to go, because you never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like something could happen tomorrow. I'm hoping something good, but something that could take my attention away, because I have a lot of those days where some really cool stuff happens and it's like, holy crap. I keep manifesting things. I keep attracting really cool things like throughout the whole day. So anyway, I wasn't quite sure, but I'm like, well, we're running out of time tonight, so whatever. So my husband laid down to take a nap, and about an hour later, I went in to lay down and chill. And while I was chilling, I was doing this one gratitude practice. I'll tell you about it another time. But I was laying there and then I started thinking about when I was in college, I used to plan my semesters out years in advance. I was such a nerd about planning. I had semester after semester in my notebooks planned out. And I swear that's probably the biggest reason why I got through college and very, very quickly I got through college. Well, my master's degree I got through very quickly, but I kept planning and planning. I kept writing and it was just this beautiful pre-paving. And I got through things very quickly. And I just did that all the time. I just enjoyed it. And then I enjoyed accomplishing each semester. Like all the classes I was going to take, I would take them and then we'd be moving on. So I thought of that because I love accomplishing and I love getting things done. Love it. Love making, lists and getting things done. I get in those inspired, phases, moments, and then I get a whole bunch of stuff done. That's why I'm so cool with, if I don't feel like doing something today, I will not do it. Because I do know if I rest and chill and have fun or do whatever I feel like doing, that there will come a time where I will knock like 10 things off my list in like an hour. Like everything gets done as long as I'm just chill. If I chill, I just know. I know that I will get things done. Like it just wasn't the right time. So I'm laying there in bed and I started thinking about that, about college. And then I started thinking, well, what if I did 3 episodes a night this week or tonight, tonight and tomorrow. If I did 3 tonight, 3 tomorrow, that's 6. And I'm like, I really want to write this down. I had this feeling. I'm like, I really want to write this down and see where this takes me. So I get up and I get my notebook out and I start doing this. So tonight's Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I write down 3 a night. If I kept them at 15 minutes, that's 45 minutes. So that's nothing, right? And so by the end of the week, Friday, I would be way ahead, like 10 days ahead. And then I'm like, then if I took the weekends off and then did it again next week and I'm writing it all down and I'm like, I'm going to be like 19 days ahead by the end of next week of my podcast. And I'm like, I'm not quite sure if I can do this or if I'm going to want to do this, but it was interesting and it was kind of cool. And I've already done it this morning with the graphics that I create for this channel. And I plan them out on Post Planner. And I did it for 2 weeks out. I've never done that before, guys. So I just ran an errand with my husband and I told him about this. And I said, hey, you know what? I bet there's a reason why I got this inspiration. I bet there's a reason why I'm wanting to get ahead so badly right now. Something's in the works. Because you know how I've been talking about that we're moving to California like next month, I think. Like that's what I'm saying. Maybe the reason why I'm just having this just pure inspiration to get ahead this month, like 2-3 weeks ahead, is that we're moving and we're going to need to be ahead. Right? So I'm just saying, I don't know. But what I do know is to follow the inspiration. Follow it. Follow whatever comes to you, do it, because it's your inner being is guiding you all along. So I came home, I jumped right on the podcast, and here we are. And I'm getting it done. So I'm just going to keep following it daily and see where it takes me. Cool stuff, right? So stay tuned to see what happens next in the life of Heather Hope, because I'm just purely following inspiration, and it's been very, very awesome to watch what unfolds. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. Have an amazing rest of your Tuesday, and I will be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.